Welcome to Tita Talks. My name is Sonia Tita Popolo, and I'm your host. It is a great privilege and pleasure to welcome Belgin Aksoy, the founder of Global Wellness Day from Istanbul, Turkey. Belgin believes that living well is a necessity for every human being on the planet, 7.9 billion people. In 2012, she asked herself a question. Health is one of the most important issues of our lives. So why do we still not have a special day dedicated to living well? And in response to her own inner reflection, she launched Global Wellness Day, an entirely not-for-profit day dedicated to living well, celebrated on the second Saturday of June every year. And today, we're talking about the healing power of wellness, a self-care tool for you. Welcome to Tita Talks, Belgin.
Thank you so much, Tita. Thank you for having me.
Nasılsın?
İyiyim, teşekkür ederim. Sen nasılsın?
Çok teşekkürler. Bugün burada olduğun için çok teşekkür ederim. Thank you very much for being here today.
Wow, wonderful pronunciation. Congratulations for your Turkish.
Çok teşekkürler. We are currently experiencing the greatest global transformation of our lifetime. This grand transformation permeates the well-being of every aspect of humankind. Wellness and self-care is at the forefront of this paradigm shift. In 2020, the global pandemic created a seismic shift in life as we know it. And with a growing mental wellness crisis, the world is experiencing emotional grief and suffering. Yet, with the right wellness and self-care tools, we can reset our lives and forge a positive pathway forward. Good health is our most prized possession, generating a mindset of confidence, enthusiasm, strength, and joyfulness that can trigger a life of optimum achievement. Vibrant health doesn't just happen by luck or chance. It's one must take the necessary steps to improve their health and well-being. Can you elaborate on your life journey and tell us more specifically what inspired you to start Global Wellness Day?
Sure, Tita. Well, until 2004, I believed I had a fairly healthy lifestyle. I was eating well and doing regular exercise. I was living a happy life, and I thought I had it all. However, in 2004, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer, and I had to immediately change many things in my life. I've experienced that the balance of health and happiness is an indispensable scale. First of all, I decided that I should change my relationship with life, because during radioactive iodine treatment, I was in isolation in a room for 9 days. And moreover, my son was only 17 months old at the time. And as a new mother, I had to stop breastfeeding. So my hormones were all over the place. But most importantly, I had a lot of time to think while I was all alone in that hospital room. And wellness was a new thing for me in those days. While I was trying to educate myself for a better lifestyle, I was also looking for answers to my questions like how to get rid of radiation or why I get sick. And little did I know that blockages in our chakras could make us sick. And in my case, the sentences I did not say and the words I swallowed had made me sick. At least that's what I believe. And to that end, my life and the change in my career coincided, and wellness became the core of my life. With the opening of Richmond Noah Wellness Spa, Turkey's first destination spa and one of Europe's best equipped and award-winning spas. And on one of those days in 2012, I said to myself, after doing all this change with myself and in my career, what can I do for the world? Actually, that's not what I said to myself. That's the voice that I heard in my ear. That was just a woman that I did not know that was whispering this sentence to me, actually this question to me. You know, what are you going to do for the world? What are you going to do for the world? I know it sounds crazy, but I thought I was going crazy when I started hearing this sentence. And I was thinking, you know, what can I do? What can I do for the world? You're talking about the world. I'm just one person. What can I do? And I just typed, you know, Global Wellness Day on Google search, because I was sure that there was a day dedicated to wellness, if not anywhere else, you know, in the US. And because there are so many days that are dedicated to so many things that we actually don't value that much, like Cupcake Day and Mushroom Day and stuff like that. So a day dedicated to wellness had to exist. And there was no such day. And so I decided to start it, and I did.
You know, I feel like you already just sort of answered like I was going to ask you, let's discuss the fundamental purpose of Global Wellness Day and how did you create the following? I know that to recognize the value of our lives, to pause and think, even if for just one day of the year, to be free from stress of everyday city life and bad habits, and to make peace within ourselves, to bring together nations, an inspiring mission to spread the message that wellness is not a luxury, but a necessity, the inherent right of every individual. These are every single one of these wellness world we embrace and are so in alignment with our philosophy and our mantra and our purpose as well. So I'm fascinated to know, how did you create each one of those?
Well, when I created Global Wellness Day, I was actually not ready for anything. Like Global Wellness Day grew so organically, and because it was never a business, and it still is not. There was no, you know, marketing plan or any kind of visual identity guideline or anything like that, and no one working for Global Wellness Day. So first of all, the first thing that I did was to have Global Wellness Day ambassadors around the world to be able to spread it. And I was at the Global Wellness Summit in Marrakesh when I was up on the stage. And I announced that I was looking for Global Wellness Day ambassadors. And when I got down, there was a line of people of so many wellness experts and very, you know, influential people in the wellness industry that were, you know, in a line with their business cards in their hands and coming up to me and saying, I would like to be the Global Wellness Day ambassador of my country. And when I was flying back home, I was at the airplane and I had this deck of cards in my hand, and I was like, what did I just do? Because I wasn't expecting all this interest all of a sudden. I thought, you know, 2 or 3 people, and in the meantime I would actually, you know, figure out what it actually meant to be a Global Wellness Day ambassador, and what actually was Global Wellness Day and what was our purpose. So then I started working day and night until, you know, I was able to have, which we call the Global Wellness Day family. Now it's over 100 people of Global Wellness Day ambassadors and Global Wellness Day key supporters, and they all work on voluntary basis, and they're all, you know, people that have their own responsibilities, their work life, their family life, social life, but, you know, they do give their very precious time for Global Wellness Day because they believe in what we're trying to do. And all these, you know, things that we, you know, bullet point our fundamental purpose, you know, came out while having these discussions and talks all together and putting it like really in the core of like what we are trying to do. Because I always, you know, it's been 11 years, and every time there was a moment where I had to take a hard decision about Global Wednesday, I always went back to the first day, the first moment that I decided to create Global Wednesday. Like, what was my intention? And once I go back there, then, you know, I was able to take the right decisions and, you know, protect Global Wednesday from all the commercial dangers, let's say.
And all the activities carried out under Global Wellness Day are free of charge and open to the public. And you have people participating in wellness workshops, including nutrition, happiness, breathing exercises, laughter, mindfulness, yoga, mantra meditation, Pilates, ballet, drawing, painting, and more. Belgin, can you walk us through the wellness activities scheduled for this year, and how do you support these efforts around the world in honor of Global Wellness Day?
Well, for the last 2 years, you know, because of the pandemic, we've been doing a virtual celebration. 2 years ago, in 2020, we did a 24-hour live stream, which was never done before. It's the first time that something so crazy has been done, which was not very much wellness, because, you know, we had to, we were sleep deprived after that. When I say we, I mean Global Wednesday Ambassador of Turkey, Hakan Baljan, and Deniz, which, you know, you have exchanged many emails with, and some other volunteers that were helping us. So in 2021, we decided to do a 12-hour live stream. And this year, because the world, you know, has more or less opened up, and there are going to be many in-person Global Wednesday celebrations across the globe. So we still keep on, you know, getting the plans that many brands are having. But in the meantime, as the Global Wednesday headquarters, we still wanted to do a 3-hour live stream, because there are still some countries that are, you know, that are having the pandemic restrictions. And thinking of them, we said, you know, hopefully this will be the last one, but at least a 3-hour live stream that we will do online, and we will have a run up for 24 hours. You know, we will repeat it every 3 hours. And so on Saturday, June 11th, there will be the live stream will be featuring international wellness and yoga consultant Andrew Seeley, New York Times bestselling author, founder of Soluna, and holistic wellness expert Kimberly Schneider, celebrity plant-based chef Matthew Kenny, award-winning cinematographer, director and producer, and moving art founder Louis Schwartzberg, global director of well-being Accor Aldina Duarte Ramos, who is also Global Wednesday Ambassador of France, and the amazing philanthropist, co-founder of Rancho La Puerta and godmother of wellness, who celebrated her 100th birthday this year, Deborah Zeke, which I love her. She's an idol. Wellness pioneer, Six Senses and Raison d'être, Anna Burstam. Who else? The world record holder and wingsuit base jumper, Cengiz Koçak, who is going to do a wingsuit base jump together with his teammate Ferdi Toy, which, you know, they did it last year as well. So this year they're going to do something crazy. And co-founder and chair and CEO of Global Wellness Institute and Global Wellness Summit, the wonderful Susie Ellis. And actually we will do the opening with New Zealand's Te Kapahaka Ote Warakura Ohaani Waititi Marae. I mean, I'm sure I pronounced it wrong, but the dance group the Kappa Haka dance group is going to do the opening in New Zealand. So the full program is still, we're still working on it. So, but at the moment, these are the few names that I can tell you about. Like I said, it will be on June 11th, and anyone can watch it for free on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, great. And your motto for Global Wellness Day is one day can change your whole life. Why?
Well, because my life has changed in one day. When I was telling you about the story that between 2004 and 2012, I worked on myself to become the new me, and I was feeling healthier than ever before. And this whisper that I told you about in 2012 that I, started to hear, got me to the point of, creating a day called Global Wellness Day. And, now it's millions and millions of people that their lives have changed because of it. So, once I experienced it personally, it was actually the first Global Wellness Day celebration. And, to give you the real story of that motto, because
yes.
You're not going to believe that, but it came out while I was in bed trying to fall asleep. So the night of the first Global Wellness Day celebration, I go to bed and I'm thinking, what just happened today? And two women got my, very immediate attention when they were leaving. One of them said, who was a, middle-aged, little bit overweight woman. And she said, I did yoga for the first time in my life today. And I thought that yoga was for fit and young. And she said, I loved it. So imagine this is happening in 2012 in Turkey. And she's like, I loved it. And I will start doing yoga, practicing yoga. I love it. And I was like, wow, it's just wonderful. And then there was this other woman who said, I just joined the juicing workshop today. And I thought that, juicing was not fun, and the green juice wouldn't taste good. And today I attended the workshop and I realized that it's really fun to actually juice, to have the smell, and once you just start smelling you already feel healthy. And and the taste, it can actually be so tasty. And she's like, from today on, every day I will drink a green juice. So I'm in my bed, I'm thinking, if only those two women start doing what they said they were going to do, their lives will not be the same. Their lives will change, because for sure, they will not stop by only having a green juice. Because she's drinking the green juice, she will drink less carbonated drinks, less tea, less coffee, and then she's going to start moving. And then once she starts moving, she's going to start losing weight. And because she's losing weight, her posture is going to change. Then her confidence is going to change. So it's, it's a ripple effect, on the good direction. And so there I said, wow, one day can change your whole life. And that was our motto.
I love that. Let's review the Global Wellness Day 7-step manifest. I understand that the following 7 steps are meant to be for everyone, regardless of one's socioeconomic background. They're intended to build bridges to further health and wellness, communication, education, and understanding. Okay, so the first, walk for an hour. 2, drink more water. 3, don't use plastic bottles. 4, eat healthy food. 5, do a good deed. 6, have a family dinner with your loved ones. Sleep at 10 p.m.
Yes.
Do you practice all of them?
The sleep at 10 p.m. because I have a teenager in the house is not the one that I can stick with, but all the rest I do, yes, every day
And
by heart.
how did you form these 7 steps? Based on your best practices, or did you have feedback?
No, I don't remember where it was, but we were a group of Global Wellness Day ambassadors and some wellness experts. And, Deborah Zake was one of the very special people at that table. And for example, she's the one who added don't use plastic bottles.
Yes.
So we wanted to come up with steps that are that, like you said, that are like accessible regardless of your socioeconomic situation,
Yeah.
and or where you live, or what, or how old you are,
Yeah.
or what gender you are. So once these kind of steps are complicated, it's so easy for us to say, for example, you see, like the number 4 is eat healthy food, and eat healthy food. We wanted to keep it on purpose as simple as possible, without giving the details. Because once the details are there, people tend to say, oh, I can't do that. It's just not for me. I can't do that. But when we say eat healthy food, actually, we all know what eating healthy means. We do. Even though we're so confused about what to eat, and even what kind of water to drink, because unfortunately the sector or the commercial life wants us to be confused, so that we go out there and we buy more gadgets, and we buy, we go to the bookstore, and they're like the wellness section is full of only the nutrition books, are like so many of them, of eat according to your blood type, no, eat according to how much protein you should take, and eat according to color. And so people are confused, but actually just eat healthy. And why it's only 7, of course, the list could go on, and we could have 77 steps or 777 steps. But just like the example that I gave you with the green juice, Tita, once we start having a good habit, then that good habit brings another good habit, or the opposite. Once we have a bad habit, then we tend to get another bad one. So once you, for example, start drinking more water, or you start to walk for an hour, everything changes. Like, you start to do another good thing for yourself. Or once you start doing a good deed, it's not only for the person that you do the good deed, it's also for you. It's also for your well-being, for your heart. It will also feel good in you, and you will have more appreciation and gratitude for everything that life actually offers you, that gives you, that you already have. Or if you sleep at 10, or if not possible at 11 p.m. The reason for that is that, between 10 or 11 until 3 a.m., that's the time that we're releasing the growth hormone. And especially if we're sleeping in a pitch black room, our body is actually doing its job while it's sleeping. We don't only sleep because it's late and we're tired. Our body, our organs needs to have their rest and get ready for the next day. And once you do that, then you start the next day as fresh as possible, and you're ready for your family, for your social life, for your work, and most importantly, for yourself. So it's a life-changing 7-step. Once we encourage people to take those 7 steps, if not all of them, the ones that they can do, and then in 1 year, in next Global Wellness Day, we encourage them to celebrate their Global Wellness Day celebration for the steps that they took to their lives.
Now, I was gonna ask you, so if you need to add a step, would you, or is the intention to stick to these specific steps and generate that positive daily habits? As Aristotle, this is one of my favorite quotes, that he would say, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit." And it's about those positive habits, like you're saying. So it's about, is it really about just focusing on these 7 steps first, not thinking about adding a step, just thinking about doing one of those 7, and then each year adding, or each, as you can grow, just adding those positive daily habits, really, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't add another step, because if I
Okay.
would add one, then I would add another 7 more.
Okay.
Because that's endless, and the you know, the
Yeah.
bigger, the longer the list is, then you know, the more difficult it is for us to take it to our lives. I think the success of Global Wellness Day, you know, if you would ask me that question, I would say because we kept it very simple. And it's so important that the steps of Global Wellness Day Manifesto are so simple. Anyone can do it. Anyone.
Right.
And when we say walk for an hour, usually the answer is like, oh, I don't have 1 hour to walk. Then we say, okay, there's so many people in the world that out of the 24 hours, the total time in those 24 hours, let's say 7-8 hours of sleep, so the rest of the time that they're awake,
Yes.
the addition of all the time that walk does not add up to 1 hour, even that. So you know, we say at least make sure that at the end of the day, when you go to bed, the total of the time that you walked during the day adds up to an hour. At least start by that. There are so many people that die in the world because they're not walking, because they are just sitting on a chair the whole day. You know, maximum they're doing is like 20 or 30 steps. So, you know, there's always room to enhance your level of wellness, because for everybody it's different.
Yes, yes. Well, our philosophy is that true self-care relies on utilizing all 4 pillars of a healthy lifestyle. That's exercise, nutrition, rest, healing, and mindfulness meditation. And this is our formula for health, happiness, and longevity. When these 4 pillars are in alignment, we can achieve harmony and equilibrium. What is your daily wellness routine, and what self-care tools do you use on a daily basis?
Well, I love getting up early in the morning, and it is now, like I said, scientifically proven that a good quality sleep is very important, and especially sleeping in a dark room between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. helps generate cells and releases the growth hormone. And early in the morning, I do 40 minutes of cardio on an empty stomach, and then 15 minutes of quiet time for self-reflection. And the most precious moments of my day, when we reflect and listen to ourselves. We may be disturbed by the things we hear and run away, but it's not possible to solve anything without confronting them. So I really believe in those self-reflection moments that we have in the morning. And I've been plant-based for almost 5 years, and 90% of the time I do not consume packaged or processed foods or refined sugar. I prefer dates, prunes, or dried figs. And after a colorful breakfast, I go to the office, which is like my second home, or which used to be before the pandemic, because I truly love what I do. And what else can I say? I love being in nature. I find my balance and peace there. And my favorites are hiking and walking, climbing, forest bathing. And at home, instead of watching TV, I prefer to spend most of my time with my son, as long as he's home, or reading a book. And I use natural and organic products for my skincare routine. I really stick to that. And of course, I drink lots of water and herbal teas.
Yeah.
And I can say I have a life in which there is definitely room for exercise and time for myself. And I don't consider spending time for myself as a luxury. If
Right.
I'm not well, I know that then I'm of no use to anyone. And I love having time with my family and friends. And I can say, I stay away from sugar-coated fakeness and cherish real, pure hearts and souls,
Hmm.
which is great for the
Yeah, absolutely.
heart.
Absolutely. Yes. What does the healing power of wellness, a self-care tool for you, mean to you?
Well, healing power of wellness. I did heal myself through wellness. So, I am a living proof of that. And I'm so glad that I was, from illness to wellness, that I was ill at such a young age. I was only 29 years old. I'm almost 47. I'm 46 years old. And, it could have gotten me when I'm 90. I'm not saying 70 because 70 would be still young, but I'm so glad that I was able to have the awareness of the healing power of wellness at a young age. So it also gave me the opportunity to spread my message to the world and to give my gratitude for the healing power of wellness that the universe has given me.
You are an amazing and great inspiration to us. Who and what
Thank you.
inspires you?
Well, my dad for sure. He is a self-made man with solid work ethics and love for life. He started working at the age of 12 and he quit working when he was 55, and which is really rare. Usually the self-made people have the tendency to work even when they get much older. So at 55, he quit working and he sailed off for his world tour. And I respect that so much. He's 73 today and he is looking great. So God protect him.
Yes.
He's a great inspiration. And of course, another inspiration for me is, like I mentioned, Deborah Zeke, who is the godmother of wellness, who celebrated her 100th birthday, and she's still, like a rock. And I follow by heart every word that comes out of her mouth, and I have so much respect for her. Wonderful, wonderful person in heart and for the wellness industry and for the world as well.
Science-based evidence shows that the more wellness and self-care tools and techniques you have, and the more positive daily habits you embrace, then the more you not only learn about yourself and what works best for you in your life, but the better life you will live. It is about empowering yourself with the skills to live a happier, healthier, and a more harmonious life. I want to share an excerpt from my book, Sonia's Ring, 11 Ways to Heal Your Heart. Physical and spiritual well-being is necessary for life and growth. It is what helps to keep us alive, maintains and nourishes love, faith, hope, perseverance, compassion, and kindness. All of this is available for you. So reach out and grab what is yours. Is there any particular message that you would like to make sure we communicate and share with our worldwide audience?
Of course, I am a strong advocate of the idea that wellness is not a luxury, but a necessity, the fundamental right of every individual. I've been saying this for the last 11 years. And wellness for me is a whole. It's physical, mental, and emotional well-being, and the process of self-discovery. the balance of the body and the soul, and wellness is the quality of life. Wellness reflects how we look, how we feel, and how we relate to our surroundings. Wellness is also looking in the mirror and being happy with what you see, being kind to yourself and to others, and respecting yourself and your environment. Wellness is self-responsibility and not allowing others to decide for you. So wellness is definitely not a luxury. And it is not only about drinking green juice and practicing. It's a lot more than that.
Yes, yes, we agree. For joining us on Tita Talks. Thank you for discussing Global Wellness Day and the healing power of wellness, a self-care tool for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Tita. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to spread my message.
Well, for more information, please go to www.wellnessworldusa.com and www.titatalks.com and follow us on Instagram at Wellness World USA, at Tita Talks Official, at We Love Tita Talks, and at Sonia Tita Popular. And for more information about Belgin Aksoy and the Global Wellness Day, then please go to www.globalwellnessday.org and follow Global Wellness Day social media accounts, Twitter at wellness_day, Instagram at Global Wellness Day, Facebook Global Wellness Day, LinkedIn Global Wellness Day, and YouTube channel.
Use the Global Wellness Day hashtag when
Yes.
you share any message, so we can see you and so we can reshare.
Beautiful.
And this year, the theme of Global Wellness Day is Think Magenta. So please also use the hashtag Think Magenta as well.
Yes. So again, just to make sure our global audience is clear on this, the social media post showcasing your support, use the tags hashtag Global Wellness Day, at Global Wellness Day, and hashtag Think Magenta. Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you, Tita. Thanks.